Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters, welcome to your February 2025 AstroTarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note. Remember, whenever I'm talking about astrology, I am using whole sign tropical Western astrology for those of you that might would like to know. And if I ever miss any of the dates or any of the degrees, etc., you're going to find that stuff in the description box below. All right. So, with that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to pop these to the side. And I'm going to give everything a good shuffle now. Can you believe it is February of... that's it, right? Once we hit February, it's like January takes forever. And then we get to February and then you blink and it's like Christmas again. Like, what the hell? Okay. So I'm going to pop those down there next to Fair Luna. I'm going to give these a shuffle. So the first transit that I'm going to look at for you is on the 7th of the month of February. You're going to see Mars come into a trine from your 12th house with Saturn in your 8th house, right? So the water houses, the 4th, the 8th and the 12th, this is where the power, I say the power, this is where a lot of the gnarly stuff is in the chart. And what this means is Mars retrograde in your 12th of the subconscious, spirituality, endings, is forming that connection to Saturn in Pisces in your 8th of joint finances, shared resources, transformation, potentially even like deep emotional bonds. Now, Mars is action, energy, passion, war, conflict, challenge, crisis. Mars is the severing, right? Mars is the scissors, it's the sword, it's the laser. Anything that we use to cut or to get rid of is Martian energy. Saturn is the rules, the discipline, the structure. It's also, Saturn is also longevity, right? It's what it takes to mature into something. So when these two come together, it's like a really powerful dynamo of energy. Personally, I love, and I mean I love this transit. Mars trine Saturn in my natal chart is actually one of my actual favorite transits, right? Because it brings incredible emotional fortitude. It's because I have a water sign Saturn, right? So for me, whenever Mars moves into a water sign, I'm like, oh great, yeah, I can use that, right? I can work with that. Now, that being said, it's still the 12th and the 8th houses. 12th house, your self-sabotaging tendencies, your deep sort of rooted history. It's also the 12th house is, I always say, like, this is where the call is coming from within the house, right? Where you get in your own way, where you trip yourself up because of the things that you've buried from your 8th house. They will sit in the silt of the 12th, right? The 12th house is also the space within the chart that resides the door to the other side, right? Whatever you perceive to be over the other side, the way that you access that is usually through the 12th, right? Yes, you could say it's the 8th because the 8th house is the occult house, right? So spiritual practices and paths like astrology, tarot, numerology, etc. Now, if a connection to that Saturn in Pisces, your house of shared resources, this alignment is helping you uncover the hidden patterns or fears that have been holding you back. Now, October 2024 was the last time we had this transit when Mars was direct. This time you're getting to repeal, remove, or release whatever challenges have come up that you've discovered about yourself or about your heritage or your history at this moment in time. The retrograde is prompting deep inner work, right? It's helping you shed limiting beliefs, helping you address emotional baggage. And then the trine into Saturn in the 8th is helping, like, it's really, in a way, it's highlighting to you the inner transformation that's really needed to influence your external life, particularly in the areas of joint finances, investments. Chunky money is the eighth house as well. Your intimate relationships. The eighth house is sex, right? Sex and the taboo, all the things that we're not supposed to talk about. All of the exciting stuff basically is the eighth house, right? Apart from death. Death is not exciting in any way, shape, or form, unless you're a medium, right? And in which case, you know, in a sense, it's very much so. You may find that what comes from this is an emotional strength and clarity to help you really overcome or even directly head on, sort of like confront your fears, to resolve any kind of issues or baggage that you've got there. The work that you're doing now, while it's quiet and internal and behind the scenes, is creating lasting stability and empowerment. I'm here for it. You got the Eight of Pentacles and you're working hard at it, right? No doubts about that. Trust me, I can tell you. You've got the Justice card, right? So you're committed to this as well. And then you've got this with the Five of Swords. I feel sorry for anyone that fucks with a Leo around this time. I really do, because even though I resonate more now, I would say, with my sun sign than I do my ascendant, I can feel this energy, right? Because this triplet here, right there, says to me, like, really don't fuck with me, because I'm in the process of cutting off and out and removing anything that doesn't serve me. Anyone that tries to hold me back, to subdue me, to oppress me, do not even try. Because I'm so committed to my own path and my own success, I ain't trying to see or hear nothing else, right? What I love about the Eight of Pentacles with the Justice card as well, this could be new work that comes in or a new way of earning money. But that Five of Swords suggests that you will have to negotiate for this. Maybe there's something about the price that you don't like, right? Maybe there's something about the whole thing where you're kind of like, this is a really good deal, but we need to do something about this money. We need to do something about these resources. Maybe as well, this could be where you're choosing to kind of highlight what financial commitments or aspects of your life just don't make sense right now. Right, and be clear about it, right? Be really honest and open and clear about it. On the 9th/10th of the month, give or take where you are in the world, we have the Mercury Cazimi. I call this divine inspiration. I love this, right? So the sun is you, and then Mercury is your second house ruler, so the ruler of your money and your self-worth and values. Mercury is also the ruler of your 11th house, which is the gains that you get from your business. So Mercury literally rules your money houses. It comes into a Cazimi, a conjunction, a connection with the sun in the sign of Aquarius in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, connections, interactions, also contracts and commitments. So if you've had a contract offer come up and you're like, this is really good, but actually there's something about it that doesn't feel right, this could be the time where you come into the understanding of what that actually is. In that case, it gives you a chance to say, okay, you know what? I need to have a conversation with a significant other or a business partner or a close friend. So that I can clarify where I'm really happy with this and I want to move forward with it and where I'm not. It could also help you understand the dynamics that are in play when it comes to any of your relationships. It's a really good time to think about how your partnerships, connections, collaborations really align with what you want from your future. And maybe even think about the advice that's coming from other people. Because they might really have, remember, Mercury is a communication planet. It's in the 7th house of other people. So they could be bringing you really important information at this time. So listen, right? Especially if it revolves around like sharing some kind of shared or joint goal at this time. Got the Four of Wands, reasons to celebrate with the Fool card. Okay, I'll see you. With the Page of Pentacles, I'm all on this. I'm so here for this, right? So the Four of Wands with the Fool card, this is a reason to celebrate that comes almost like out of the blue. Now, it could be, because of the previous transit that I talked about, this could be where you kind of go back in and say, look, I really like this, but actually this part of the contract doesn't work for me. and then all of a sudden they come back to you and say, okay, you know what, no problem, we can adjust that. Whereas usually you get the like, oh well, you know, if that's all, like it's like too much for to in and fro in. This could also, because you've got the Page of Wands with the Fool card, this could be an opportunity to learn something either on the job, or maybe you get given an opportunity to take something further with or via your learning. Maybe shadowing somebody, maybe they're taking you under their wing, maybe they're, you know, deciding to mentor you. All kinds of ways that this could show up. The other thing is as well, the Page of Pentacles is a money card, but it's usually the money that comes from the practical elements of what we have to do to ensure that money. So loving this. There's clearly reasons to celebrate around connections and interactions, which I'm totally here for. And then on the 14th of the month, so Valentine's Day, Mercury is now going to enter the sign of Pisces, right? So joining that, now we've got a stellium, right? We've got 4 planets. I mean, Venus will be leaving fairly soon. And then obviously we've also got the North Node, right? So Mercury comes into your 8th house. Wherever Mercury goes, it speeds things up. So this could increase the amount of transactions that you'll get in. It could amplify you earning sort of more or bigger chunks of money at this time as well. It's emotionally charged though. And remember, this is going to make you more intuitive, absolutely. It will make you more attuned to the subtext of what people are saying. It's a time to really explore deeper connections in your relationships, particularly where you share either resources or intimacy or trust. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Now, the other thing is as well, like Mercury in Pisces, it does make communication a little bit fuzzier, right? But it enhances your ability to tune into the subtle cues and, you know, really empathize and connect with others on that emotional level. It might also bring financial matters to the forefront or speed them up, as I was saying, especially when you think about joint resources, debts, mortgages, loans, taxes as well. I mean, here in the UK, we're already in tax season, so be mindful, right? Be really mindful of potential miscommunications or oversights when it comes to the resources, especially around things like tax and all of that kind of stuff. You know, and listen, just really listen to your intuition. You've got the Ace of Swords with the Empress and the Eight of Swords. Now, when it comes to a financial matter, this month, this whole month, there is an opportunity for you to get or align with something that you have maybe wanted or needed for some time. I wonder if for some of you this would be something like a new vehicle. I will say, because of the Eight of Swords, whatever this purchase is, it will be something that you're paying for a while. All right, like if you feel like there's going to be like a quick fix to it, please don't, because it won't be that. All right, so I just want you to be really mindful that whatever financial commitment you're getting into, it's worth the price, right? Ace of Swords with the Empress, it's absolutely worth the price. Like, you're getting what you pay for, and it will bring you a lot of pleasure, bring you a lot of joy. No doubts about that. But the Eight of Swords says this will be a long-term purchase. So as long as you're okay with that, I think you will be fine. So the next transit that I want to look at is a double transit, because on the 23rd, there's a couple of things that are taking place, right? So Venus will be in Aries at 10 degrees at this point, and she will be sextile to Jupiter in the sign of Gemini. Venus, luxuries, money, pleasure, harmony, diplomacy, in your 9th house in Aries. This is a bold exploration of expansion and travel and higher learning. She's going to make you more go-getting for the knowledge that you need to make more money potentially, but also to find a broader or a bigger reach. Now, in a sextile to Jupiter, so Venus is known as the lesser benefic, Jupiter is known as the Great Benefic, right? So this is the two best or happiest or most blessing planets of our solar system and zodiac, it coming together, right, in a connection. It brings opportunities for growth through your social connections, potentially also through social media. So remember, the ninth house is publishing, things like YouTube, it's books, blogs, all of that kind of stuff. 11th house I see more as social media, like, you know, your Facebooks and your Instagrams and all of that kind of stuff. Although by today's standards, those things are so commonplace, you could also consider them third house. But for now, let's take that. Venus is highlighting that bold, inspired action that you can take. And really, it's a really great time to expand not only your horizons, but your reach by sharing what your vision is. And then on top of that, as if that wasn't enough, Mars, and obviously Jupiter's in the 11th house, increasing the gains that you get from your business. We love that. We love that. But then you've got Mars in the 12th in a trine to Mercury, right? So Mars in the 12th, trining Mercury in the 8th, is amplifying your ability not only to process emotional truths and bring closure or, you know, to unresolved issues, it's also helping you release past emotional wounds or fears that really help you get ahead. And it's helping you find like creative solutions to any shared resource problems or issues that you've had. Now, the connection between these in the water houses, yes, it's going to bring you an emotional slant, but Mercury is involved and a retrograde Mars. This is helping you, or really encouraging you actually, to bring emotional clarity and also to find a way to really trust your instincts. What I love about this is there's a chance for you to also release some kind of emotional or internal debt that has a direct impact on how much money you can now start to pull in or draw to yourself. Use this to connect with, you know, just the right people is all I'm going to say on that front. For this, you've got the Queen of Swords. Don't be afraid to fight for it, because it looks like you're going to have to, right? Especially with the Five of Wands following the Queen of Swords and then the Page of Wands. Whatever information you are given around the 23rd of this month, you will need to act on it, because you will have competitors, right? There will be people that are competing against you, that are going up against you at the same time, you know, trying to get a bigger slice of the pie, potentially even trying to steal your piece of the pie. Just so many things, right? And if that's the case, my advice to you would be Queen of Swords, know your shit. Five of Wands, pick your battles and your allies. Page of Wands, do the damn thing. All right? Plain and simple. There are your instructions, Leo. Get to it. Okay. On the 12th of the month, we have your annual full moon, right? The sun and the moon coming into an opposition. But these two, because of their degrees, it's at like 23/24 degrees. Uranus is there, excuse me, right at the top of your chart. And it's creating what we call in astrology a T-square. In a T-square, the planet that plays the anchor or the handle, I like to call it the anchor because that's how it feels to me. That's the planet that you lean into, right? It's highlighting your personal goals, your personal identity, your self-expression. And the lunation brings a surge of energy, making it a really good time for you to release old patterns really in a way step into your power, step into yourself like never before. Now, that T-square with Uranus in your career sector, how you shine in the world, might create a tension between what you're needing, the moon, and what your obligations are, the sun, right? Versus like what I want for myself and what others want from me. Unexpected events at work or in your public life might really sort of come to the fore at this time, maybe really forcing you to prioritize in some way. Use the energy to Assert your individuality and stay mindful of whatever your responsibilities are. Align yourself with your personal and professional goals at this time, and you will be fine. So for this, you've got the gate 29 and perseverance. You just got to go for it, Leo. This is not a time to hold back, right? You just got to keep plugging away at it. And also with this card, what you feel as struggle may to others actually look very easy. All right, now on the 28th of the month, you will have a new moon in the sign of Pisces. Remember, this is just the start of something. You're sowing seeds in this 8th house of transformation, joint finances, and it's square to Jupiter in your 11th. There's something here where maybe some desire that you have for your future, you see that actually, you know what, I really want to go for this goal, but the commitments that I have to, whatever I've decided to embark on are requiring that focus. It also is asking you to set intentions around intimacy, financial stability and security, personal transformation, maybe even, if you want to learn one of the spiritual sciences, which, by the way, I should mention. So this month I am launching Tarot Level 1. So remember, if you want to study with me, you can study with me for 12 weeks. On top of that, you're going to get 2 bonus Q&A sessions, live sessions. As if that wasn't enough, you're also going to get more PDFs than you can shake a stick at, right? So lots and lots of good interactive energy. You'll be working with me. You'll get live client demos, live client practice as well. I love teaching this course. I'm just going to tell you straight up, I absolutely love teaching this course. I always meet incredible people. We have a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, and the growth that you see between from week 1 to week 12 is absolutely amazing. So if you would like to learn tarot with yours truly, stay tuned. You're going to be seeing it on all of my socials. You'll also be seeing it on the YouTube community tab. I'll also put out a little video as well. And there's going to be something added to this that's a little bit special and completely different. So stay tuned, all right? For your lunation, though, you've got the gate 5 and patience. I swear this card haunts. I've got a friend who lives overseas who is also a Leo rising, and I swear this card literally haunts us. It's so crazy. So she's probably not going to be happy seeing this, but I will say that this means the message behind this, especially given the fact that it's a new moon in a financial house, there will always be another meal. There will always be what you need. There will always be, there will always be. And that's all. I'll leave it at that. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.